hunt and gather, quarry recognized, knowledge hereditary, sight dive capture, taken by the wind. Fragments of time, times long past, we walked on land. Great behemoth lies there still, by fate continues, taken by the wind. Parents tended, chirping, chattering, gossip shared on the wire. Daylight waning, helios settling, nocturnal dangers waking. Home, rest to it again. Taken by the wind, taken by the wind.
All right, hello, and welcome once again to the weekly Wednesday Warble. We are going to do this with my electric classical today, and we will tune a lot. It'll be a day of tuning because we have fresh strings on this guitar, and fresh strings as of Sunday, and classical strings tend to take about a week of solid playing to start staying steady. So our theme this week is productivity. I think I called it getting things done last week, but I was worried about getting sued by David Allen, so we are going to call it productivity. And we're going to start with a song that I wrote about just getting overwhelmed by all the things that you have to do. And this came about from a randomly generated password. Talking about strings again. Your top E snap for no reason at all. Sometimes strings just snap for no reason at all. And that's not the first time it's happened. Also, welcome in, Elf and I. Good to have you here. So this song came about from a randomly generated password for a one-time use password random generator. And the password that it randomly generated was 7 Pegasus Cleanup, and I thought that sounds very messy. There's so many things to do, hard to know where even to begin. Decisions to be made, expectations to meet. And I feel like I'm cleaning up after 7 Pegasus, a stable full of shedded feathers, half-ate oats and other waste. And it feels like I'm drowning in daily stresses, escalate, obligation imagination stacks up higher, till keeping up seems so hard. I'm watching myself fall behind. And I feel like I'm cleaning up after 7 Pegasus, a stable full of shedded feathers, half-ate oats and other waste. And it feels like I am drowning in the noise of 7 equine beasts. I'll go outside and take a breath. Seems like I work so hard and yet don't feel like I've accomplished much. Rome wasn't built inside a day. Stand back and appreciate all I've done. Unchecked boxes on the list, overwhelming, head down into it. Just when I think I'm gaining ground, I notice I forgot to eat again. And I feel like I'm cleaning up after 7 Pegasus, a stable full of shedded feathers, half-ate oats and other waste. And it feels like I am drowning in the noise of 7 equine beasts. I'll go outside and take a breath, then dive back in, pitchfork and feet in hand. I'm going with Pegasus. I would say Pegasus works as the plural of Pegasus. I guess it depends on if it's Greek or Latin in origin, whether it's Pegasuses, Pegasi. So this next one is from my Vagaries album, and this is Patron of the Arts, and this is on the list of productivity today because it has Pegasus. It's sort of one of the, the keys to productivity is having your days planned well. And this mentions, the daily routine, the daily plans, and it's also here to, I think, illustrate what's possible if you conquer productivity. Also, is the guitar balanced to because I'm using the amp, so I never know, is it makes sense, you can hear the guitar, but it's not overpowering. You're off to the kitchen to cook dinner. Very good. Well, it's nice, lovely to have you pop in, Elfina. It's good to see you, and I hope and thank you for that. And have a good dinner. You could hire some artists to come and paint your dinner or sculpt it. Hello, Rolling Stone, indeed. Welcome to my island lair. I built it round a hot spring. See you later. Have a great day. Please hang your own coat. Hiring servants just seemed too weird, apart from 2 ladies in waiting to help me brush my hair. Well, I hope you'll excuse the mess, I'm a little absent-minded. So I hired a pantomime troupe to reenact the housework, so I'll remember to do it, but it's their week off. Food here, nothing grand. My cooking skills are basic at best, though I employ several painters to come every day to capture lunch and dinner in oil, and on Sunday it's a sculptor you'll see last week at the Louvre. Are you wondering about the dance troupe? Well, I don't always find it easy to get my point across so the dancers will interpret my mood and then express it. That way things are clear. And I hope you'll enjoy your time here, and I hope you'll put me in a good light, 'cause I'm the wealthiest, the strangest, indeed the most infamous patron of the arts. I see you'd like to know all about my daily routine, how I begin every morning. Well, each day starts at 6. A string quartet sits next to my bed and plays some Shostakovich to remind me life is good. Then it's down to my gym to work out. No, there's no personal trainer, just a roster of heavy metal bands, various subgenres, depending on the workout. Then shower, breakfast, lunch, work. Shower, breakfast, work. Some days my days go shower, breakfast, lunch. Then after lunch, it's time to deal with email and calls and all communication. Now on the payroll, I have the perfect trio to help: a composer and a poet and a leader soprano. So I let them take care of all that while I go about my dailies. What's that? Yes, it's a fact, I did make all this money writing silly folk songs. What makes you question that? And I hope you'll enjoy your time here, and I hope you'll put me in a good light, 'cause I'm the wealthiest, the strangest, indeed the most infamous patron of the arts. I can tell you're confused. That's the Greek chorus I hired to keep me on the straight and narrow. Well, I don't know what I did before I had them follow me around. Now I remember what I'm doing when I move from room to room. Well, that's all our time for today. You can see yourself out. Just head through the menagerie. There you'll find the boatman. He'll take you to the city. Yeah, I know he's a bit creepy. That's what I pay him for. And I hope you enjoyed your time here, and I hope you put me in a good light, 'cause I'm the wealthiest, the strangest, most selfish and outrageous patron of the arts. Patron of the arts. All right, so the next one on the list is one that I wrote earlier this year. I think it was this year. I think it was in January. I think it might have been a 5 and 5. Sometimes I take part in this 5-song and 5-day writing challenge that happens 4 times a year, once a season. And I think there was one in January this year, and I think that's where I wrote this song from. But the prompt was write a song about an inanimate object, and because it was January, I was very involved with my planner for the year. So this is a song from the point of view of my day planner. Without whom without which I would get nothing done, ever. I am a day planner, I am a chronicler, I keep a running tab on all your aspirations. I keep the little notes you make and then forget, all the ideas you had in your plans for world domination. And you are nothing without me. Know when you start your day and where you have to be and what you have to buy and the people you meet. I know what you got done and what fell through the cracks, all the unchecked columns and stickers you gave yourself. But you are nothing without me. I know when you are up and when you're feeling down, I keep your secrets safe, even though you don't always give me the respect that I deserve. You throw me in your bag and you spill coffee on my pages. I get lost under the bed, and there are times you don't consult me for ages. It's like you have forgotten you are nothing. You are nothing without me. I am a day planner, I am a chronicler, I keep a running tab on all your aspirations. I keep the little notes you make and then forget, all the ideas you had in your plans for world domination. Good luck with that, by the way, for you are nothing without me. There. Nothing Without Me, that one is called. Oh, this was a foolish two to put together. I'm going to swap songs. And I'm going to sing. Actually, I think this one even follows that one a little bit better. This is a song off my second album, which is called Bloom and Grow. And this is about, I think the next two songs actually both have to do with where our desires for productivity perhaps start combating our nature. And for me, I like to have my space a certain way. And that's not always easy. Well, my space is a certain way, though. It is a good thing. I spent a day or three redesigning the inside of every closet. Charted out the kitchen cabinets. Tossed the things I never used. I entered all my shoes painstakingly into a database. Used the output to display them by color, height, and style. Oh, how wonderful it is. But I am chaos. I wage a constant battle against my own struggle for a magazine photo-ready home. I am chaos. I walk into a room and explode, igniting the dark rule of disarray. I can see counters clear and tables free, chairs that can be sat upon without moving one damn thing. Laundry folded, put away, dishes done 3 times a day, shampoo bottles in a line, hairpins, makeup stowed at hand. It can't always be this way. a constant battle against my own struggle for a magazine photo-ready home. I am chaos. I walk into a room and explode, igniting the dark rule of disarray. People say, let it go. Only those without goals can have very tidy homes. But I want to have it all. I don't see why I can't. But I am chaos. 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 There. And I think we shall certainly take a moment and tune the guitar after that. All right. So, next on the list, when I chose this, what do you call it? Theme, I knew that this song was going to be played. And this also came out of a prompt. But this is very, I feel like this has a lot to do. This is, like, I don't know if any of my songs are about actually being productive. Patron of the Arts is. But this is definitely a song about struggling to be productive. I've read all the self-help books, listened to the speakers, motivation overload. I'm trying to be my best self. Motivation, aspiration, appreciation of habit. But then I procrastinate, cultivate resistance, master of self-sabotage. I am my own worst enemy. Retaliation, procrastination, exasperation of habit. I can and I will, the world is my oyster, keep my eye on the prize. I've joined all the mailing lists, signed up for the courses, inspiration, overwhelm, trying to invest in myself. Inspiration, implementation, obligation of habit. I can and I will, the world is my oyster, keep my eye on the prize. Always room for improvement, amelioration. I'm trying to master myself. Affirmation, determination, confrontation of habit. Made a list of all my goals, neglected to read them. I forgot, I dropped the plot. Only got myself to blame. I can and I will, the world is my oyster. Keep my eye on the prize. Motivation, realization, confrontation of habit. Confrontation, confrontation, confrontation of habit. Confrontation, confrontation, confrontation of habit. There, confrontation of habit, which I will be sure to put back in my regular set list. All right, so that is our first half. So our next, I mean, I just put my guitar down because I wanted to put it down for a second. That is halfway through the 10 songs, though, but I did not split them by any means, really. Maybe I did split them. I think those 5 songs specifically deal with productivity in a way that maybe the next 5 don't. Anyway, sometimes one can be very productive and one can do a lot of things, and one can have a day in which they're accomplish a lot. It's just not what they set out to accomplish. I have lots of those days. And this song is about that, I suppose. This is a different success than you were planning. And this... You know, sometimes I sit down to write a country song and I write an avant-garde folk song. That's kind of what this is about. You set out to write a hit single. You read up on all the latest trends. You sat down and brainstormed common themes, but you could only think of 2. Hit singles speak of love and dancing. That's why you had a different success than you were planning. That's why they never played your song on the radio. That's why you dwell in relative obscurity at the top of the underground, with write-ups and zines and the esteem of your peers. You wanted a real money maker. You knew you had better make it rhyme. You wrote down the words you heard the most, but you really only heard 3. Ooh, baby, it's a you, baby. That's why you had a different success than you were planning. That's why they never played your song on the radio. That's why you dwell in relative obscurity at the top of the underground, with write-ups and zines and the esteem of your peers. Solo. You know people like a simple rhythm, to clap hands and tap their toes. You tried hard to stay in common time, but you just had to drop a beat. Hit singles are not in 7. That's why you had a different success than you were planning. That's why they never played your song on the radio. That's why you dwell in relative obscurity at the top of the underground, with write-ups and zines and the esteem of your peers. I knew I should have started with a chorus. I knew I should have made it sing-alongable. I probably should have given it a catchier title. Maybe it should have resolved. There. So to drop back now to another one, we're going to drop down to D. and drop back to January. E, F. There we go. Oh, battery, don't fail me now. All right. So I do spend a lot of time going over my goals and making plans for how we're going to accomplish things. And sometimes and I certainly do it at New Year's, and I certainly do it again in September, and I certainly do a mid-year check-in. And sometimes it feels like they're always the same goals, which actually is probably pretty good. Fresh start once again, blank slate, clear mind, ready, set and go. Here we are, for no better reason than it's the first day of the year. I'm making plans for starting over, plans for starting over. Same goal, still around, empty canvas, colors well used. Here we are, for no better reason than it's the first day of the year. I'm making plans for starting over, plans for starting over. Time, well, it doesn't matter. I'll probably make the same mistakes, but not in the same way. Everything is new, we get to start again each year. New year rolls round, ready, fresh start once again. Yeah. You could expect to hear that on whatever our first warble of the year is in January. Actually, we'll probably hear the first show in January will probably be more or less the same set. There'll be some differences. What's next? Oh, next is our only cover. It turns out not that many people write songs about being productive. I couldn't find any. Nothing that came up. Anyway, I'm sure they're out there. But this one, you'll be like, this is not a song about productivity, Kyla. But I beg to differ. Because in order for me to get anything done, I divide up my days into time blocks, and therefore there is a time to send email, and there is a time to practice guitar, and there is a time to write, and a time to photograph, a time to film, a time to edit, a time to pitch, and a time to write, I suppose. Anyway, that's why we're singing this song right now. everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, and a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace. A time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. There. Now we've got two more songs, and this one here is, I think we're here for the, once you've gotten your productivity, you've got your plan laid out, you have to just follow it. I think that's the key to productivity. This song is literally about running because I run, so I wrote a very literal song about running, but the best thing about running is you can use it as a metaphor for anything. One foot in front of the other, breathe in on the count of 3, exhaling on the count of 2. Think about which part of my foot strikes the pavement with the most force. Make adjustments to my posture, focus on the task at hand, and then just run. One foot in front of the other, landing softly, lightly, relaxed, keeping up a steady pace. Shoulders loose, no tension to be found. I float over my feet. My mind is clear, my mind is on the open road ahead. And I just run, run toward the bubble arch. They'll record the time you took. Hang a medal round your neck, then you can let your heart beat slow. One foot in front of the other, that's all that I have to do. Just keep on going, don't fade out. Did I get enough hydration? Did I get ample rest? Am I really only halfway through this? Did that marker lie? What have I done? Run toward the bubble arch. They'll have fruit and protein shakes. They will take your picture there, then you can lie down in the grass. One foot in front of the other, find my rhythm, let it take me, let it fuel me down the stretch. Soaking in the atmosphere, the wind, the trees, the other runners. Let myself enjoy the moment and then just run past the last water station, 2K to go. Grab some high fives to pump me up for the last stretch. Energy gels consumed and loaded cups burned. I conquered the road behind me, finish lines in sight. Run towards the bubble arch. They'll record the time I took. Hang a medal round my neck, then I can let my heart beat slow. Run toward the bubble arch. They'll have fruit and protein shakes. They will take my picture there, then I can lie down in the grass. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Alright, and we have one more song today, and I have been working on memorizing this, and there's one line that I keep missing. So I have a cheat sheet. Looking at that one line, hopefully we'll get it. But I felt that this was the most appropriate song to finish a set all about productivity, because it's sort of like, I get the impression from some of my songs that maybe I'm kind of putting productivity down, which I'm actually very like, it is something I care deeply about, and I think in order to accomplish anything, you have to care about your productivity. And I'm not very big on mindfulness, because I'm very big on trying to accomplish things. But it is kind of funny how hard it can be, and you can't beat yourself up too much. If you beat yourself up about failures too much, well, you also won't get anywhere. So that's what this song is about. So yeah, don't worry too much about your productivity. But I felt this was the most appropriate ending. Don't call your ex, you're drunk. Don't have that piece of cheesecake, you're trying to lose weight. Don't hit that snooze button. Don't spend the whole day in bed. Don't you have things to do? Don't focus on the negative. Surely you can find another side. Focus your energy on doing, but don't spend all your time doing the don't. Don't do anything rash, you'll want to keep a clear head. Haste makes waste, they said. Don't forget to call your mom, don't put it off for later. Don't make her call you first. Don't focus on the negative. Surely you can find another side. Focus your energy on doing, but don't spend all your time doing the don't. Don't beat yourself up when you fall off the wagon. Pick yourself back up, be kind to yourself. Life is tough, no smooth sailing. Pick yourself back up, you can try it all again. It remains a fact that you are only human. Don't focus on the negative. Surely you can find another side. Focus your energy on doing, but don't spend all your time doing the don't. There we go. There is doing the don't. And that is our set for today. I thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that set of songs pertaining to productivity. I was going to tell you that next week is fall, but I think that's the week after. I'm not sure. I might not have chosen next week yet. We shall see. Anyway, it might be fall. I will be back next Wednesday for the weekly Wednesday Warble once again. And it is at 12:30, which is half an hour earlier than the old time. And I hope you have a great week until then, and we'll see you next time.